Hey, what's up, people? How's it going? So the other day, I posted this video on our Instagram account uh, about these specialized cutouts we did, as you can see here, for this project we're working on. And we got a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people were intrigued by how we did this. Some thought we did it by hand, but in fact, we did this on the CNC. And this was a 3 or 4 step process to achieve this. And a lot of people were thinking this is very hard to do and complicated, even on the CNC with the programming and drawing and all this stuff. But I wanted to make a video to show you how easy this really is. So that's what this video is about. So if you're interested in how we achieve this, stick around. So let's get right into it. So first off, I did not draw that profile. So here we are in SketchUp, and the two programs I use to achieve this is SketchUp Pro and V-Carve Pro. SketchUp is the CAD and V-Carve is the CAM software. So this right here, if you see this little line drawing, this was directly from the designers who designed this project that we based our shop drawings off of. So we basically got this 2D elevation, just lines from the designers, and they said, here you go, build this for us in this space. So this profile was already drawn. So we get PDFs of their drawings. So what I did was I reached out to them and I requested that they send us their drawing file. So the cool thing about SketchUp is that if you get a drawing file, you can just save it, and then you can go to import. I already have it here, as you can see in the drawing, but I'll show you how easy it is. And then you just go to where you have it saved. Okay. And so it's right here, drawing file. You import that, and there you go. It imported that file directly into the SketchUp model. All right. So now, and it automatically groups it. So now you can just move it around wherever you want. I like to rotate it up this way here. So now I have this group. So this is what I'm after right here. So I already drew the model in SketchUp in cabinet sense, right? So this is our 3D model of the cabinet, okay? I already have the cutouts in the door, but before this was just a solid door. So this is what is so awesome about SketchUp, is that now I have these lines, because all SketchUp is faces and edges. So if I go down and I ungroup this all the way down to the basic layers, it's just a bunch of little lines that create this shape. Okay. So now that I have that, I can just select these, I can copy them, and now I have those profiles in the model right there. And so it's the same thing with this door. So you see, and then also too, another thing is that they pick this location out of the door. So because I know that they drew this to scale, right? Because I've checked that, because there's dimensions on here. It's very easy for me to see exactly where they want this cutout. So 25 and 11/16 plus or minus, so we'll call it 25 3/4, right? They obviously don't have a door gap up here because they're just line drawings, so it's 25 5/8. So you'll see here that we have a door gap to the top rail, and so I went ahead and placed that right at 25 5/8, okay, to the center, and then I centered it on the door. So it's that easy to to get this location and transfer this directly to the door in our model that we are then going to transfer over to cut out on the CNC. So I'll show you that process. So you saw that I copied that already, right? So I can do the same thing. I can just go down all the way to the main layer of this door. Okay. And then I can just place this wherever I want. Or actually, I'm going to explode those all the way down there you go. So I just placed those in the door. So now, and I'm just showing you the process of doing this since they're already in the location they need to be. So now that I have these in the door geometry, because they're all on the same layer, I could use the push-pull tool and make those cutouts. And then I'll just go ahead and soften those edges. And there you go. So it's as simple as that to get that profile. So as you can see, I didn't have to draw anything. I requested their drawing file, and then copy and paste is your friend. Okay, just remember that. So there we go. So now I have this door and the cutouts. So then what I do now is time to go to the CNC. So now to isolate the door, I make another, I start a new file that just has the door in it, right? Because we're going to be machining this on the CNC by itself. So it's just easier to work with that instead of all the other stuff in the model. And now what I do is, so I basically do the same thing. I remember, copy and paste is your friend. So come in here, you get the door, you copy it. Okay, then you just go to your other model, your new model, and then you can just paste it right in there. Okay. Like I said, copy and paste is your friend. So I've done that here. I have that. So I'm going to delete that. Now that I have this, now we need to think about how we're going to, the process of how we're going to do this. So we wanted solid wood in here, okay, because we are using MDF for this door. And say we use veneer plywood and we routed this out, you're going to see the edge grain of the veneer or the plywood core, which would be no good. All right, so this is the process we came up with. We're going to use MDF. We are first going to route out some square plugs, as you can see here. So basically all I did was, using my line tool, I just made a few lines centered both ways. All right, and then I just moved it up. I think I went 6. I think I went 4 by 12 is what I did. So I went 6 there, and then I went down 12, and then this way I went over 2, and then 4. So there you go. So I made these lines. So we basically did a 4 by 4 plug. So we had enough meat on the outside of the solid wood after we route this out, because then what we're doing too is we're doing a rabbet on the backside, because they're going to have a wire mesh as a detail, and then we're going to have, when we need some room for wood stops to hold the wire mesh in. So anyways, so I have this, so I have my location here, so then I just copy and paste it again, right, and then erase the cutouts, and then I made the square plugs, and I know these square plugs are centered exactly where those need to be. Also what I did was, because I know the door was to exact size in the previous model, I've extended it a little bit. I think I went 1/4 inch on all the way around, so the door was a half inch oversized to start with. So when we put this on the CNC first to do these square plugs, I put this corner right here on the 0, 0 origin, and then I cut this whole blank out and cut these plugs out for the first. That's the first step. Okay, so now I know this blank is a 1/2 inch oversized in each direction, and then I have these square plugs. So from there, what we did was we made some plugs. We milled up some plugs out of solid wood, solid oak, and we glued them in there. Okay, once those dried, we then sanded everything flat on both sides, and then we veneered both sides. So now we have a fully veneered door, both sides, and we know those plugs are in this exact location. Then what we did was we threw this back on the CNC, knowing that I had this set on the 00 origin and it's oversized. So let me get into V-Carve and kind of explain it over there. So here's V-Carve. I'll create a new file, 0.75, all that stuff. Okay. So awesome thing about V-Carve too, in conjunction with SketchUp, is that right here, import a bitmap or vectors from a file into a current job. So I'll go here to that SketchUp file I was just on. Right here, Gym Special Door, open. And in this file, I have these. This one is called a door with square plug, and this one is called door profile cut. Excuse me. So you have to group these, and that's how V-Carve will then recognize the components in your SketchUp model to then transfer into there. So you see right here, data to import, only import visible data on selected layers. So it's picking up the door square plug and the door profile cut. So I'll just import both of those. I'll hit OK. And there you go. It imported both of those. So now we can I'm just going to delete one for now to make it simpler. So now we have this. This was our first cut on a CNC. So we just put that right there on the 00 origin. We can ungroup it. All right, so now we have vectors. So basically the line in SketchUp, the lines are called edges. In V-Carve, the lines are called vectors. Okay, so now I have these vectors. So these are the square plugs. So now I can write my tool path, which is basically just inside left with whatever bit I choose, okay? And then we can cut this blank out with the profile cut on the outside. All right, so now that we have that cut and the square plugs are in there, and remember this is oversized. See how I have it on the 00? I know because I'm thinking ahead and I'm strategically mapping out all the steps so we don't miscut or lay this down wrong on the CNC for the next cuts. Okay. All right, so now we have that cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and import again the profile cut. Okay, I'll uncheck that, and now I'll insert this one. And I know this one is to exact size. So we're going to cut 1/4 inch off of each side. So that's the 00. So I'll make sure and place this 0.25 that way and 0.25 that way. Okay. So now I know when I place this on the CNC in the 00 origin, it has 1/4 inch to cut off all the way around to get this door to the exact size. And again, now I'm just going to ungroup this. Okay. And then now I have vectors. Okay. So now I can just go ahead and click those, and I can go to my profile toolpath, go inside left. I can select a bit. We used an 1/8 inch end mill, which I don't have one of those loaded up in here, but I'll just click 1/4 inch. hit calculate. And then you can see right there that it cut those profiles out. And so you'll see here the tool path right there. It's cut on the inside and it's cutting to that exact shape. Okay. So, so that's how we did that. And we did this face up. Okay. So at this point, the door is veneered on both sides. And now we have these profiles cut out. So now on the back side, how did we get the recesses? Well, let me show you. So again, because this is all locked in on the program now, but this is key. Now that the door's cut to size, it's cut a 1/4 inch in. So when we go to flip this around and cut the pockets out to accept the wire mesh, and then the door stop, we have to make sure and set this exactly in a 1/4 inch in on the XY00. And so if you remember, let me go ahead and delete this again. We'll delete the tool path. So now let me import back the square plug file. Square plug. Okay, so now if you remember that these square plugs right here, this was the first one we did, right? Why isn't it letting me move? Oh, there we go. So if you remember that this was the first one we did, and it was on the 00 here because this one was oversized. So we want to put it back there. And then now this is the full size of the plug. Okay, we don't want to potentially get into the MDF on the edge. So a real simple way, again, ungroup these. Okay, now I have these back to the vectors. Highlight these, and there's a tool right here on V-Carve called Offset. We're going to go inwards left, and we're going to go in a 1/4 inch. 0.25. And then create sharp offset corners. We'll keep that, and then hit offset. So now so there we go. So now we've created some new vectors that are a 1/4 inch inside of those. So now those are my new. So now I'm going to delete those outside ones. So now with the door flipped around, this is my new profile for the pocket for the backside. So now we're going to go to pocket tool path. We're going to select, I don't know, a 1/2 inch straight bit. Okay. We're going to go down. I think we went down because it was the 16th and we wanted. I think we went down 7/16, 0.4375. 0.4375. Okay. All right. So reset. So there you go. So now we have a pocket. You see right there, in the exact location that we need. All right. So again, let me bring this video back up and show you. So all those steps, this is what the result was. That exact profile cut, and this is all solid wood because we put the plugs in. And then on the back side, we have a 1/4 inch or whatever that depth was, pocket that was held inside of the perimeter of the plugs. All right, so that's how easy it is. Remember, copy and paste is your friend with all this. Again, I didn't have to draw this profile, right? This was sent over from the designers. It was already designed. And through these two programs, we were able to transfer the design directly into our model, which we can then transfer directly into our CAM software, which is V-Carve Pro. And then we can create our tool paths. So it's as simple as that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Catch you all later.